Hello and welcome to What's Map for Cities Skylines, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. There are thousands of items on the workshop now, so finding the right one for your next city build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review some using our 5-star rating and the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture out to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. BonBon here, how you doing? Right, today we've got a treat. If you like snow-capped mountains, we have some very pretty snow-capped mountains. From a creator we haven't seen for a while. They've been busy in real life because that happens. But we last did them back in episode 235 and previously in 223. And those two episodes they got 11 and 13 stars, which are very solid scores and not to be knocked. So I'm looking forward to today's map. It could be a good one. But before we crack on with that, it's time to show your support to me by doing the one thing that you like doing best, and that is, well, responding to your daily routine. That's right, hitting the like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people, and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. Thank you. Nearly 7,000 subscribers. Thank you. Today's map is Sovereign by Bringer of Fire. Bringer of Fire. And, well, the fire will melt that snow, so maybe we'll just, yeah. There's your start square. That's an island. That's a long island. And then how they look at the resources. The resources are fine for a vanilla build, not so much for the Industries DLC build. After the workshop, we need the Glacial Lake theme by Ikanya for all that snow, and there is a recommendation for the Relight Cold LUT, which doesn't exist, so I'm using Relight Cool, and I'm hoping that's just a typo. A few other bits to subscribe to there as well, including network extensions too. Are you ready? Okay. Now, the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to get this out of the way right away, is the distance between the two highways is the worst possible distance for me. You get a perma glitch going all the way down the length, so I'd rather have those a little bit further apart or a little bit close together, but I'm not marking anything down on this one because I know a lot of you don't care, and of course it can easily be fixed with the Surface Painter tool, but you can't use that in the map editor, so I can't blame Bringer of Fire for that, but I would have done something a bit different with the distances there anyway. Right here we have an intersection, and it's a potential start location, not the star square. It's a very nice intersection, very aesthetically pleasing, and goes into a very buildable area. So there we go, there's a potential start location. I do like to see a potential start location, don't you? Well, that's a good thing, because right up here we've got a second potential start location that isn't the start square. Right there, all very good indeed. So there you have two potential start locations right off the bat. And then down here we can nip underneath the rail there, and it's emerge gently and smoothly and slowly back up to ground level. And this intersection here is, of course, the third potential start location. Nice, interesting pine detailing around the outside of the roundabouts there. Okay, so anyway, by the time you've got to that point, you'll see another. This isn't a potential start location. This is a highway that heads off to the tunnels across the other side of the map. We'll have a look at that once we've explored this road, because right here we have, you guessed it, a fourth potential start location. We're making this a drinking game today, by the way, guys. Are we? Are we doing it? Oh, do you want to start from the beginning? Off you go then. See you in a minute. Because we have here a fifth potential start location. Oh, goody, goody, goody. Look at this. Oh, look at the mountains. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, and then we move along. Right at the end here, this is the end, because this is where it all finishes, is a sixth potential start location. Okay, right, and we'll head back and back and back to those tunnels, because we need to go to the other side of that river. So yeah, all very tightly done there. It comes together under these tunnels. Now the tunnels are fine, until you get down low and look in there, and those concrete blocks behind are blocking out the tunnel entrances. So depending on your camera angle, some of you won't care, others of you will not like that at all because they want to get some really nice screenshots of cars going into said tunnels. Not really much Bringer could do once he's put those concrete blocks down for the overall aesthetic. And then we've got the tunnels emerge here. Funny angles, I quite like it. I don't know why they wouldn't have been merged together in underground in real life, but I quite like that. And so anyway, yeah, tunnels there, and now there, concrete block behind. So yeah, we won't look at that in too much detail. They then lead on to Bisquickelhausen's Bay Bridge, which is used to very good effect here. This is a very sweet indeed. I've not played with it myself yet. I really want to. It looks like a lot of fun. Anyway, the roads part and then come back together, and then we've got an option. We'll head off this way because this way we've got, would you believe it, a 7th potential start location. No, make that an 8th potential start location. No, make that a 9th potential start location. At least there isn't a roundabout right here with another potential start location on it, isn't there, eh? Right, now we're going off into the mountains. Look at that. Oh, look at them. So pretty up there. Yes, now this is the only thing that's outside the 25 tiles of note, unless you just want to look at snowy capped mountains. There is up here a little bit of build plain, which of course you could say will be our 11th potential start location. This is really suited to like a mountain village or a mountain town if you want to have a go at that kind of thing. I'm not going to, yeah, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Okay, let's hurt all back up down towards those tunnels. So we're at 11, yeah? 11. Guess what this is? This is number 12. Your 12th potential start location. At that point, you then reach the start square. We're here, we made it. There's your start square. One potential start location there, and another one just on the other side of these tunnels. We've got a very interesting water feature going on here, which we will look at in a bit more detail in a minute. But first of all, we're going to go back to the start square, the actual starting intersection here, and have a look at today's asset, and it is the parking lot 4x8 by Core 79. And since the implementation of the parking lots roads by Baddy Deer, we don't see so many parking lots, but Core 79 has definitely pinned them down as being well, just a quality asset that you really have to have. Factoids, because factoids. The Crystal Palace, built for the Great Exhibition of 1851, was the largest single structure in the world and used a third of the annual British glass output. It sure did. Parking lot 4x8 by Core 79, that's very nice indeed. And today's asset of the day. We'll go back and have a little bit look at the rail. A little bit of a look over the rail. There you go. Get the words out eventually. The rail looks fine. And we've got a couple of things going on. It does actually say in the description what to look for here. That helps. It is the main line. It's the only rail line. Like that was the only highway connection. And then we've got a secondary line here which stays internal. This is meant to say solely for internal traffic only, and the other one is for like freight or whatever. Now these go through on the underside of the Bisquickelhausen's Bay Bridge. A little bit of a grumble here, just a little bit. I don't know if you can spot the problem. Yeah. Oop, no, that's my problem there. But yes, the rails run underneath the steel mainframe there, so they need to be raised up a little bit. And that is the case all the way across, including on this side of the bridge as well. Nip through here. Yeah, you just can't run a train on that. Hover train, maybe. We're getting hover trains in the next DLC, anybody know? Anyway, that's the internal line there, or maybe the freight line there, just coming through here. And that dead ends down here. It's a little bit slopey, but it's okay. It's fine. In the context of the game, it's fine. And then on the other side, oh hello, we've got a rock on the line. We've got a rock on the line, guys. Everybody hit the unsubscribe button. We don't want to have this map. There's a damned rock on the line. Okay, and then the alternative is to carry on the rail line through here, which emerges through that tunnel there, which if you look into that tunnel there, look, it starts up here. There's a bit of a hidden drop, but that's fine, a secret drop, which pops out here. But then the tunnel is coming upwards. Maybe we should have hidden that behind a concrete block as well. Anyway, that's the end of the rail, which means I get time for a little drinkies. See in a moment after Zach's bit.
Are you bored with the standard vanilla bridges? Have you seen those lovely custom bridges but don't know how to use them? Ooh, very nice. Then you need a beginner's guide to custom bridges by BonBonB. Click the information button below.
And we're back. We're back with shipping routes. Now we've got two shipping routes here that both go into this little bay here. I don't know why we have two when one would have sufficed, but you can't really fault there being two. Really, that badly. I mean, it doesn't do anything wrong. It's just like, why have we got two? We've got this shipping route that goes up the bay, under the bay bridge, which is perfectly lovely. And then splits two directions. We've got one that comes through here under the bay bridge again and right down into the nooks and crannies. And then we have the other one which goes up this way, and it doesn't need to be connected both ways because no shipping is going to go from one end of the bay to the other. So that's all good. Maybe we should be looking for ferries on this map. It is a suggestion in the description. Ferries would be a pretty cool thing. Now we have got water flow. There's no question. There is definitely water flow going on here. And it flows downstream. In fact, the water flow on this map is very solid indeed. We've got a little bit speedy up bit there where we've got some rapids. Now if we go left or right, if we go left, because we know this goes straight out to sea, just making sure that it actually does flow out to sea, and we've got a good strong current all the way there that feeds right out. This is great. Now if we go down the other one though, this is a dead end, yeah? Might be a problem, but it isn't. Look at the water flow going right the way up here to our pretend tunnel there, yeah? Our pretend outflow. And if we have a little look here using the water tool, you can see we've got a drain on one side, and that's lower than water level, and an outflow there, a water pump, which is higher than water level. That is very nicely worked indeed, and you get my full credit for that, Bringer of Fire. That is very tidy work. It's not rocket science, but it's done well, and that's always a good thing. So anyway, Bill Plane. Bill Plane's pretty much flat. Very good for a beginner player, someone like me who's not very good with hills. Even though I know what I'm doing, I'm still not very good at it. And then we go up into the mountains. The mountains are so pretty. So pretty. Look, it just feels great. Feels like the Himalayas, except for sort of. And then we've got a glacial lake here. Now, a little bit of a problem with this. Although, as much as I like this, I feel that this little ridge here that stops the water from flowing off the mountain, it's just probably not enough. And and these little hills, there's a lot of these sort of like rounded hills that just look a bit weird to me. I'm not saying they're wrong. I mean, there might actually be hills like that in this particular area. They don't feel real to me. And there's a few of them around the map. It's a few of these ridges here, like here by the river. These just feel a bit, I don't know, moulded. I'm not buying into them. When you get the mountains that look so realistic, always a BonBon Island, very nice. Yes, when you get the mountains that look so realistic, and then you get these hills and they just don't feel great. I love the mountain range. The thing I don't really buy into is this valley. I like the valley. Okay, don't get me wrong. Okay, I love the valley, right? It's the transition between the highlands and the lowlands that I'm not buying into. That's what I'm trying to say. Right, so this valley, you can imagine the snow melts coming off of the mountains, and you can see where all the water would have accrued down here. We've got all the fertile soil. All the trees are loving all the water that has been pouring down into this area. It's really lush. It's really fresh vegetation. And then we'll head down here. The water then, where's the water go here? Well, it's a bit of a struggle over there, but it probably would just seep through there into, oh look, where there's a lake. So basically the water would make it into this lake. But where would the water go from this lake? It probably would overfill in the summer season. I can't see it just stopping like this. This just seems really weird to me. So where would the water naturally go to, I ask myself? Because there's got to be an outlet from that. There's got to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to overflow the lake just to see what would naturally happen here. And this is what would naturally happen. We've got water breaking through here at that point, and then into this area here where the water doesn't really have anywhere to go. I would have liked to have seen some sort of, even if it was a dry river, a gully or a ravine. Also got an overflow at the end as well there of the lake, but this was the main breakage. I would like to have seen a gully or ravine breaking into the river down at that location, just to give a more realistic feel to the map. But anyway, that's that little lake. The only thing I don't really buy into in the map is like the transition between the mountains and the lowlands. Right, anyway, your chance to vote. Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your votes really do count. We use them at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10, which will be coming up very soon because we're right at the end, or the beginning. The beginning of the end. Let's have a little look, shall we? Aesthetically, it's very pretty, isn't it? Very, very pretty. I think the mountains are a 5. I think the lowlands are a 3 to a 4. So somewhere in the middle is a good score. I'm gonna give it 4 stars. The detailing, on the whole, very, very nice indeed. I don't think it quite edges into the 5-star territory, but it's solid. And it's getting 4 stars. You can grumble a little bit about the rail in the Besquiggle House and Tunnel bridge there, but yeah. Gameplay potential. It's good. It's good. I'm not best pleased with the all these intersections everywhere to get you started. I'm going to give it 4 stars for gameplay potential. I would rather see fewer intersections and leave that option to the player, because choosing where you put your start squares is actually part of the gameplay. Although putting in so many is a convenience factor, so I can't really fault it that much. But 4, 4 and 4, withholding the seal of approval just doesn't quite... it's one of those undefinable things. I think I mean, you can play it, it'd be a lot of fun. Okay, doesn't quite get it. It's, I want to. Damn it. Thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking and subscribing. Join me tomorrow for another map in the What's Map series, and everything else as well. Have a great day. I've been BonBonB. You've been very, very welcome, and I've got to go. Bye now.